What's up, Fredsters? Welcome back to another fun day fishing with Fred. Today, I'm going to talk to you about a lure I've used quite a bit and have gained a ton of confidence in, enough to where it became one of my go-to baits.
Cast me far away, play these little games, acting all okay, today.
Today, we're talking about lipless crankbaits. I seem to always have one tied on. Today we're going to talk a little bit more about why and how this became some of my top go-to baits. So let's just get started. Let's just talk about a little bit about the lipless crankbait. Just like it sounds, it doesn't have that lip like traditional crankbaits that come down here. And what's different about this one is this one doesn't float. Traditional crankbaits, whenever you stop retrieving them, they'll start to float up to the surface. This one is going to sink. That's going to make this lure so much more versatile than a traditional lip crankbait. With this type of lure, you can fish this in any part of the water column, depending on what the fish are doing that day or how you want to fish that day. They come in a whole bunch of different varieties, different sounds. Different sounds, different shapes, different sizes, depending on what condition you're fishing, will help you choose these. Why is this bait one of my go-to baits now? To be honest, I love this lure. This style of lure is probably one of my favorites now, because it is, like I said, it's so versatile. You could jig this thing on the bottom, work it like a worm, or you could burn this thing on the surface and work it close to top water. Or you can even swim it through the middle, slow and steady. And the fish, they love all of it. With this lure, you can do so much more than you can do with any other lures. Alright guys, so whenever I'm throwing these, the setup is going to change for what condition you're fishing. When you're open water, no cover, you're going to want a softer tip rod, like a medium heavy, fast action rod. You want to have enough tip to keep those treble hooks pinned. Because if you have too stiff of a rod, you're more likely to pull those hooks out of that fish's mouth. I've learned that from doing it myself. So that softer rod is going to help those fish stay pinned. But like I said, conditions are going to change. And if I'm fishing around heavy cover, I'm definitely not going to throw this soft rod, because I'm not going to be able to get that fish out of that cover with this soft rod. So I'm going to step it up to a heavier rod. Maybe a heavy, extra fast taper. Still have that little soft tip, but I still have that backbone. I'll show you guys how I like to fish this thing and why it's so effective. For line, always use fluorocarbon, but there are times where I've used braid. The fluorocarbon is going to allow those hooks to stay pinned too, because it's going to stretch. It's going to get that resistance whenever the fish is trying to kick it. It's going to absorb that shock. Braid, it's going to not have that stretching ability, and sometimes you're definitely going to pull that hook out of that fish's mouth or rip its lips. So I try to stay with fluorocarbon, but depending on if I'm fishing around heavy cover, around trees and stuff, I might throw it on some 30-pound braid. But today I think we're just going to stick with fluorocarbon. I think this is a 12-pound on here, and then on my other rod we got 20. And I'm comfortable with that size because there are some big fish here, and I don't want to lose one. Broke off on 12 pounds here before, so we might step it up to the 20 just for the video. Next thing is the gear ratio on your reel. It's really versatile. This lure, you can do pretty much anything you want with it. That's why I love it. So this is a 7:1:1 speed reel. It's a pretty fast reel, but I learned this the other day. It wasn't fast enough. I was burning this thing and seriously ripping my arm. And that's how I was getting the reaction strikes that day. But then a couple days later, I was fishing this thing super slow, jigging on the bottom, like a football jig or something, just pulling it across, and I was getting hits that way. So it all depends on the day and the mood of the fish. So I say let's put you guys on the chest mount. Let's cover some water with one of my go-to baits. Let's do it. There's one. That reaction strike got him. Not a bad one, huh? Definitely not a bad one. Alright, buddy. Came right out. Nice. Nice little 2-pounder. First one of the day. He got a little belly on him. I think he was up there eating those crawfish next to those reeds. Thanks, bud. I was working that one pretty slow. Bouncing on the bottom. Intimidating the crawfish. Kind of next to these reeds right here. And I think he was kind of backed into those and saw it, came out and got it. Heck yeah. Alright, Fresters, and for like color selection, how I choose the color, I usually just go and match the hatch. So we got some like natural colors, and we got some shad colors, and then we got some like wild colors, and we got red. So I just try to go natural, dark, and light. Pretty much that's it. And then just try to match your forage and see if it works. Always try different options, because you never know what they want for that day. So I got a red one tied on right here because I believe they're eating crawfish here at this little pond. But seriously, just go out and buy a bunch of these little cotton cordell spots. They're only like $2. And seriously, just grab a bunch of different colors and find out what works for you at your spot. Because I'm telling you, these catch fish. All of these catch fish. You just gotta know how to use it and what color to use. But that's why I'm here. I'm going to try to help you guys decipher on which one to choose and where to throw it. Let's do this. That fish try to get it right here at the freaking surface. That guy took drag from me. Try not to rip your mouth any more than it already is. You got a jacked up one. Snaggletooth. That's straight snaggletooth right there, guys. Another solid one. I was walking and just dragging this thing and he chomped it. Thanks, buddy. Can't tell if this is a good fish or just a fighting little one. Oh, it's not bad. He jumped super high right now. Come here, buddy. Not bad. Alright, buddy. Thanks, man. Alright, chill out, buddy. It's a nice, solid one, huh? Dang, buddy, I got you pretty good right there, huh? He just cruised off. I was just slow rolling at that time. So it's kind of telling me they're slowing down now. Oh, I didn't even know he was on still. Thanks, buddy. Alright, slow roll it is. What makes that change where they want it really fast one day and then they want it ridiculously slow the next? What makes that happen? That's what I'm trying to figure out. This is crazy. Alright. There guy's jumping around like no other right now. Okay, so they like it slow. Trying to learn how to play these fish out. I think that's one of my big mistakes. Is I try to just horse these fish in. I think that's why I lose some. Pull them off the hook pretty much. Sorry guy, I got you in the chest. Yeah, I think I try to horse them in too much because then that starts happening to their mouth. You start ripping their jaws and that's not good. Thanks, buddy. Another slow roll. I think we might have figured a little something out. Oh my God! That's a strong fish, man. I thought it was like a 6-pounder. Dude, you're a strong one, man. I thought you were like a 6. There you go, brace face. I think it just felt huge because he had that trap sideways in his mouth. Not a bad one, a little 2.5, 3-pounder. They're like slow today. He crushed it. Thanks, buddy. Whoa. Red-tailed fox right here. He just saw me. Hurt me. I don't know what Stevie would think of him. Alright, Fressers, I'm wrapping up the video. Just want to say thank you guys for watching. I hope this video helped give you guys a better insight on how versatile a lipless crankbait can be. Trust me, guys, go to Walmart, spend 10-15 bucks on some cotton cordales, get 2 whites, 2 darks, and 2 natural colors, and go out to your local place to your fish, throw nothing but lipless crankbaits for the day. Study, mess around with different retrievals, stuff like that until you get that bite. Once you get that first bite, go from there. And I promise you, you're gonna have an awesome day. So thank you guys for coming back to the channel and checking out another video. If you would, drop a comment down below on what your favorite lipless crankbait is. Mine is an LV500. from Lucky Craft. So if you guys like the video, let me know by smashing that like button. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, there's gonna be a button down here. Click that subscribe button and hit that bell notification so you guys get notified when I upload. Until the next video, you guys have fun, catch fish. See you guys next time.